This is the KRE 1-year overview reading for the year of 2023. It's currently April 23rd, 2023, 12:51 a.m. Eastern Time. KRE at the time of this reading, $42.93, or excuse me, $42.82 in extended hours. That's USD. And if you're not familiar with KRE, that's the Spider S&P Regional Banking ETF. The shuffle file for the 2023 reading was created on April 20th, 2023 at 10:26 p.m. That's this file right here. So first thing we want to do is fact check the beginning of this reading. Since we did this after 2023 started, it's easy to determine if we've got a clean reading or not. And it's looking pretty solid to me. We have a high correlator here, a prominent crest or peak at the end of January. Now, when you're reading a 1 year, guys, you have to you have to give it about 2 weeks wiggle room. Not each card is going to line up perfectly like with 2 weeks. It just doesn't work that way. But we have a high at the end of January, February, and you can see we have it right here on the cusp, followed by a trough, and then another trough in March, significant trough. The low also formed after forms from like the selling of a near overbought crest or peak. And you can see we went from this crest or peak all the way down to the low pretty much. End of March, we have like this resistance level that's highlighted in like sideways flat chart behavior. It's looking pretty good. What's interesting to me here is that we've got this Magus card. When we look at the 10-year, we have the Magus card for 2023, so that's what you call a cross-reading congruency. The Magus card here in April probably has significant, what do you want to say, magnitude, its impact, its a importance compared to the rest of the cards in the reading. Gives it a lot of importance, and I think what we're going to see here relatively soon, guys, out of this low, we're going to see a really big move to the upside, to a prominent crest or peak, not a highest high, but a prominent crest or peak there. And then there's like this. We haven't seen the low just yet, but out of this April, the decline into April, there's this move to the upside, the Magus card. I'm going to make this light blue for cross correlation. If you're interested in learning more about Eso-Meta analysis and how we're actually timing these highs and lows, check out the book Tarot for Traders on our website, tarotfortraders.com. It's on sale right now for $33. Only book of its kind, if you ask me. There's 4 others in the niche. None of them were written by somebody from the finance world. So in any case, we've got this this move to the upside here, and it looks like probably towards the end of April there's this near overbought peak or crest that we sell off down to and through multiple support levels into an important low, it looks like, in May. The decline into this important low in May offers opportunity to open up a long position too, so it looks like we probably have this lowest low correlation here that I'm seeing in July, probably on the cusp of May-July, and a big move out of the low there on the cusp, like a breakout on a 1 year chart kind of scale, or a multi-day charts kind of scale, breakout out of the low, the May low. Even in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds, we still move higher here in May. In the end of May, I should say. Notable trade opportunity there. Possibly a Possibly a new local high. Wow, that's interesting. So there's a significant high here in June and a lowest low. So on the cusp of May, June, I think we probably have a lowest low. It's hard to place where this significant high is. It's not a highest high, but it'll be a new local high. So like, this is a local high. This is a local high. This is a local high. Highest high, local high, local high, local high. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm advised to be cautious in early June. Multiple false tops, bottoms, or some sort of chart behavior that's really tricky and make us an impulsive investor do the wrong thing. And then off of the peak that forms in July, when we move higher through resistance on a multi-day, we stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter. Into a decline that increases, decline through multiple support levels in the end of July. Okay, so I think the local high, prominent high, and local high comes after this lowest low in June. It comes more so in July, and there's a prominent reversal off of it, or standing out on a 1-year chart. In early July, we should see a crest that we sell down to and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below support, come back and reuse it as support, and off of the July low, we have a significant move higher, standing out on a multi-day chart or on a 1-year chart, reaching for distant resistance. Late July, we have 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level. On this, somewhere around August, we most likely have another lowest low. Yeah, and the lowest low is really an opportunity here. There's that shuffle file completed. Yeah, so that lowest low that we see here in August, probably the same low that we saw in July, or on the cusp of May, July. We probably see it here again in August, probably towards the end of August is my sense. We have a merger of some kind, or an agreement between 2 leaders that's highlighted here in early August. That's important. It impacts KRE in the banking sector. Off of the August high, we have a decline down to and through support. We meet a second support on a multi-day chart, and we rotate sideways along that support. It looks like we hit the bottom of a range somewhere towards the end of August. We see the bottom of a range. There might be a little bit of a rally somewhere in like the 3rd week of August. I'm advised not to chase that rally. And then there's a peak crest here. There's a prominent peak crest on a multi-day in early September that we sell off through multiple support levels and into a September low that we meet a important technical price level on a multi-year chart. Will be highlighted around the low for September. We'll do some bullish price swings back and forth in late September, and it looks like we have both a prominent crest and a prominent trough in the month of September, so a lot of back and forth kind of going on there. Opportunities there in August and September. We'll talk more about that in the paid version, guys. Hey guys, if you're interested in the paid version, you can get the paid version on our website, Tarot for Traders. Just go to our services, Eso-Meta Forecast. And this is where you can also you can order a reading for any ticker or crypto that you might be interested in. Just specify the year, put in the ticker crypto, add to cart, and purchase. And that's a super really helpful way to help the channel, guys. We definitely remember the names of people that do this sort of support for the channel. And like to give you an idea, the S&P 500 1-year reading that for 2023, we're utilizing it today, April 23rd, 2023, was created on September 22nd or September something of 2022, I should say. Still using it today, guys, so they're pretty accurate. Okay, so lowest low there, peak or crest that we sell off down to and through multiple supports to another prominent trough. There's a bit of a rally in early October. That rally does offer an opportunity to open up. That rally, it does offer an opportunity to open up a short position. Talk about more detail in the paid version, but the high, there's a halting of a bullish trend here. In the October high, marked by a sharp decline through key support. Whatever the decline off of the high there is, the October month's high, it's met the low, the October month's low. There's a rally out of that increases with the momentum moving forward in time, and it looks like that we rally out of October along a diagonal trend line, breaking through horizontal resistance to meet a secondary resistance before pulling back to somewhere between those two price levels. We establish support, an important support level on a multi-day scale or on a 1-year scale. It can be trusted. The support level that's highlighted here in early November can be trusted, and there's a big move to the upside, pushing the upper end of a range higher and taking us to a November high. And there's most likely a highest high here. I sense a highest high here between October and November for KRE. That's my sense. It's very difficult to determine where the highest high is. I don't think we've seen it yet here in April. We haven't seen it yet. I'm pretty sure it's here October, November is my sense. And then there's an intentional fake out, shakeout of some kind towards the end of November. Something that, it's designed intentionally to create impulsive decisions on the retail investors' part. I dropped my cards. Ace of Discs, Clear Kinetics. So the high's probably there in November is my sense. Off of the November low, we have this prominent move higher followed by a full retracement of that move back down, standing out on a 1 month or 1 day chart, a 1 year chart. And then there's a lot of price change around an important resistance level in December, important resistance level in early December, and a lot of price change around it, and that's important resistance level on a 1 year scale. A lot of price move change into it or out of it, but there's a notable decline off of the high of December month's high, taking us into a prominent trough for the year again. It looks like the prominent trough forms after 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke. Sharp drop takes place within a period of volatility, and we revisit an opportunity within the midst of that sharp drop there. And then the sneak preview for 2024, there's a decline in 2024 taking us to a prominent trough or low, and that decline offers opportunity to open up a long position. So that can mean that it's pretty bearish for 2024. It could mean that it starts out bearish in 2024 and turns bullish. We'll have to look more closely at that in the 2024 reading that we've got lined up to do a reading for next. So look out for that. That'll be out relatively soon. And there's a lot of trade opportunities, guys. We're going to get into that in the paid version. Thanks again for watching. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You do so here at that resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders. 5% of the profits back to the channel here with Cash App, PayPal. 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities. Make sure you keep that flow of abundance going through the universe. And spend that 90% out of love. The universe is going to reward you by sending it back to you tenfold from all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one. My friends, I decided to make this normally paid portion of the 2023 reading public. We've done plenty, it's we're already into April of 2023. Wanted to give you guys an example of what a paid version looks like. So here we go. There's significant trade opportunities. We've already passed February, March, but there's an opportunity. What I see with this March reading here, look, what we want is we want to catch this low in early 2023 and ride it to a high in 2023. It's a brief high in 2023, 2024. It's a brief high that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. What we're looking to do is ride that move to the upside, and you can see we've got a brief low for 2023 right here, or excuse me, we have a prominent low for 2023 right there, here in March, April. A big move in April, towards the end of April, or possibly, if we don't see a big move in April, a notable move on a 1 year out of the low of March, which is likely a lowest low there on the cusp of March, June. But there's a big move in here. I think we probably move to the upside and then come back to a lowest low. Then there's a lot of back and forth going on. But I think probably the best trade opportunity is to get into a long position here on the cusp of April, May, in the midst of this notable decline. So we have this, we'll come out of a low, an April low. There'll be a near overbought crest or peak, and we'll sell off from that overbought crest or peak, which it'll be a crest or peak that stands out on a 1 year. And in the midst of the sell-off off of that crest or peak into a low in May, that decline, that's where I would open up a long position, and look to close that long position in November, around November's high. That would be the best swing trade for 2023. There's another trade here in June. Yeah, so matter of fact, there's also a shorter term swing trade in here in April, May. We revisit in late April, we revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity in a period of back and forth erratic behavior through the same price level on a 1 year scale. When we have that overbought crest or peak, you could open up a short position and close that short position in the midst of a notable decline here in May, early May. Looks like the crest, there's a peak or crest there. Matter of fact, there's a peak or crest in July. We sell off from down 2 and through support, do a U-shaped reversal, come back and reuse that as support, with a prominent move off of the low there in July into August. Prominent move higher, retracement of that move back down probably in early August. And when we have that prominent move higher, you could open a short position, close that short position along key support somewhere in late August. So that's a quick short trade there at a lowest low. But I think probably the best trade, guys, is going to be opening a long position here. See this yellow correlation here on the April, May, excuse me. Yellow correlation here is a prominent low. So I would look for that decline and open up a long position in the midst of that decline. Hold that long position until October, November here. You could close the long position at a high in October, or you could close a long position at probably a higher high in November. And then in December, towards the beginning of December, there's a lot of price movement around that resistance level that offers opportunity to position oneself in both directions around a resistance level that's good mean level point for a straddle or a strangle. So I'd look to position myself in both directions in December for trades in 2024. And the reading for 2024 will be out well before then, so you'll be able to see where it's going to go from there. Guys, with that said, thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure to support the channel with 5% from the Rule of Karma. Make sure to support the multiverse with the 5% of the Rule of Karma, and make sure to spend that 90% left over out of love. Do that, and the universe is going to set it back to you tenfold, my friends. I'll see you guys on the next one.